What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, first ballot Hall of Famer who should be Olympic gold medalist, 4-division champion, former unified super featherweight, top 5 pound for pound best fighters in the world, Shakur Stevenson, 25 wins, no loss, no draw, 11 wins by way of knockout, superstar in the sport of boxing. Shakur Stevenson was dragging his feet on making a showdown with another first ballot Hall of Famer, 3-division champion, another top 5 pound for pound best fighter in the world, former undisputed lightweight, former WBC junior welterweight, and reigning WBO welterweight world champion, superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney, who was 33 wins, no loss, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout. Reason being, Shakur Stevenson said that Devin Haney was too big, right? Ultimately, that's what it comes down to. He's too big. He is, he's not, he himself is not, a big guy. And, he's not grown in the 47-pound division. But if the fight was to happen, it would have to happen at a catch weight of 144 pounds. To that, Devin Haney decided to concede to that and make the fight at 144 pounds. Well, then Shakur Stevenson wanted a catch weight of 144 with the rehydration clause. Okay? Devin Haney is like, wow, it's never enough. Okay? It's just never enough to, to satisfy, right? So he said 144 wasn't enough, huh? So with that said, started to drag his feet. And out of the blue, because he didn't want to see everybody else get the shine, he saw that Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney was getting a lot of shine, right? And this situation with Shakur was throwing Keyshawn in front of Devin Haney, right? Fight Keyshawn Davis. You got to fight Keyshawn Davis, right? Keyshawn was made to be the number one contender for Devin Haney. The WBO is looking to make him the mandatory for Devin Haney. Shakur saying he ain't going to step on Keyshawn's toes to make the fight with Devin Haney, right? The money is not that serious, etc., etc. And out of the woodworks, because there's a lot of momentum with Shakur and Devin Haney, and people are saying it's the biggest fight in boxing. And then there's a lot of momentum for Keyshawn, who is a superstar in the sport of boxing, and Devin Haney to fight. And the forgotten man in this entire equation is superstar boxer, knockout artist, and one of the cash cows in the sport of boxing, in Gervonta Tank Davis, who is 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 28 wins by way of knockout. Keyshawn is getting a lot of momentum, who is 15 wins, no loss, no draw, 11 wins by way of knockout. Keyshawn getting a lot of momentum. Tank Davis couldn't have none of that. And out of the blue, Tank Davis resurfaces. Now, we know he's dealing with a lot of legal issues, etc., etc. But he just couldn't have none of that. So Tank Davis, out of the blue, resurfaces and throws his name in a hat. Goes at Devin and Shakur. And shockingly, Gervonta Tank Davis is willing to fight Devin Haney at 144, the same deal that Devin and Shakur was discussing. Tank is willing to do that. And get this, with a 50-50 split. I didn't see a world in which Gervonta Tank Davis would say, let's do a 50-50 split at 144. I just didn't see a world in which that, but it has been confirmed by the Haneys, right? And Tank said that Devin wants to come in 165. This is my world. I run this. I'm your daddy. You do as I say if you want this payday, etc., etc. Devin said, never. We know the rest. But now suddenly Shakur Stevenson is talking about, what about me? And he's saying, hey, you ducking me to fight Tank Davis. Never. How could he be ducking Shakur Stevenson to fight Gervonta Tank Davis? That makes no sense. at all. So you can't possibly be serious thinking that he's ducking you to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, which is going to be the biggest. It was already the biggest fight. The reality is Shakur versus Devin was the biggest fight in boxing because Tank Davis is not in the equation. Devin versus Tank is the biggest fight in boxing. It has been for some years now. Even bigger than Shakur versus Tank because of Devin and Tank's history. Right? So then the money is going to be bigger for Devin versus Tank. Right? Devin is going to get more money to fight Tank Davis. And a 50-50 split. And he gets to satisfy legacy as well. So this is not possible. Now Shakur is saying, nah, don't duck this smoke. You wanted to fight, and now I'm off. I'm willing to make the fight. How? You was dragging your feet. You thought that you had him cornered, where he had to make a decision between dropping the belt, doing a catch weight, and a rehydration clause with you, or be forced to fight Keyshawn. Now you don't. He has another option. And let me say this: I don't even think Tank Davis is going to do it. I'm going to be uber surprised if he actually goes through with it. He has a new trainer, Jose Benavidez Sr., so maybe he has a newfound confidence that he can move up. He's been inactive for over a year. He needs the money. It's the biggest money fight that Tank Davis can make, seeing as though he dropped the ball on the getting a fight with Jake Paul and getting that money with Jake Paul. So maybe Tank Davis is in a pickle, right? He needs to get the money. He got legal issues that he's dealing with. He's been inactive, so he showed his weight. He was like 146 something, right now. So maybe he looks at it as a high risk, high reward type of situation. You know what I'm saying? And he's confident that he could beat Devin Haney. So therefore, just maybe he takes it. I have my reservations, man. I don't think he's gonna do it. And I think he came out the woodwork because he's seen the attention Shakur and Devin was getting. And Keyshawn is starting to get that attention. And he's starting to be the forgotten man in this entire equation. And I think that, Tank Davis looks at this situation and he's like, what about me? You know what I'm saying? Y'all forgot about me. No. So he could throw his weight around. The fact that he actually reached out and he's looking to negotiate to make this fight is extremely shocking to me. Extremely shocking. But, yeah, man, it's not possible. Shakur can't be serious. Now he's saying, don't duck this smoke. What you mean? See, now he got to sit on the outer skirts. And he knows that he has no wins, no leverage for the winner of this fight. If Devin Haney fights Tank Davis and he beats Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson has zero leverage in any type of negotiations, in any type of say. None. He's going to be chasing the white horse in Devin Haney. And if Tank wins, he knows he probably is never going to get that fight with Tank. And if he do, at the negotiation table, he has no leverage at all. And Tank probably demand the fight to be at 144 again. He's losing leverage with the marquee fights. And they're going to move on without him. Because he's putting himself in the box, like I said with Keyshawn. Putting himself in the box. He ain't going to fight Keyshawn. Devin is too big. Tank is talking good. I just don't see Tank. Again, I want to believe it. I'm being positive. And I hope it happens. I hope it happens, man. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But it's not possible for Shakur to actually believe that Devin Haney is ducking him to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. That sounds ludicrous. That sounds ridiculous. That's like Errol Spence at the height of his career, undefeated, and Terrence Crawford at the height of his career, undefeated. And Keith Thurman says, I'm going to fight either one of them over fighting the other one. And the other one says, let's say Keith Thurman said, I'm fighting Terrence Crawford. And then Errol Spence say, you ducking me. That sounds ridiculous. It's not possible. You know what I'm saying? So let's see how this unfolds and plays out, man. But let me know what y'all think, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.